What's up, everybody? How many of you have started a new career or been thinking about starting a new career, but you were terrified on what it meant for you, maybe your friends, your family, or everyone? My name is Matt with Elevating Yourself, and I have started over several times, and it scared the crap out of me, and it's a natural feeling. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can better be prepared for this, what it means for you, why we get a little bit scared, and how you can really start fresh with a really strong foundation. So first off, why does this kind of feel like a failure? It's not. It's a natural reaction for you to feel this way. I mean, you are on this upward trajectory with this previous career, and now you're starting fresh. You're back at the beginning again, and that's okay. That's not to say that all this time that you've been working up has been for nothing. You have actually been learning stuff along the way, regardless of what it is. And it may feel like that time was wasted, but you have become a more well-rounded individual. You've thought about things a little bit differently, and now you can apply those things that you've been working on to the next area of your life. And the great thing about it is that regardless of what it is that you've been working on, it's not to say that it's wasted. Anything that you've been able to do previously can be applied to the next group. Doesn't matter what it is. If you were working on photography and now you're going to go into construction, it doesn't mean that those two can't marry together. Yeah, there may be some differences in the things that you were doing in them, but the things that you learned while you were working on photography can be easily applied to those things that you're working on now in construction. You just have to look at things a little bit differently. And remember, positions, roles, salaries, these aren't measures of success. And if people feel that way, well, screw it. Who cares what they think? That doesn't matter. What you're doing is exciting. Starting fresh can be a very exciting time for you. And I want you to really tie into that excitement and build off of it so that you can use those tools that you learned in your previous job or that previous skill to make you successful in this new endeavor. So now let's reframe it. I talk a lot about reframing it, and it's because that your own perspective can provide so many different optics into the view that you're trying to get to. And starting over is probably the result of something coming to an end. But coming to an end doesn't always have to have negative connotations to it. I mean, would you really want to be working on something or be doing something continually that netted you a negative outcome? Not many people would feel that way. And just because, again, that it's ending doesn't mean that it ended on a negative outcome, but it's that something else is coming through that maybe you want to work on more or that excites you more, that you have more passion around. And that's the thing that you want to be able to continue with. Because if you're working on something just because it feels comfortable, complacency can sometimes cause a lot of deterioration in your mental well-being, the things that you're trying to accomplish, and it stops you from kind of pushing yourself forward. And it's not to say that you can't be complacent and be successful, but if you find yourself just going through the motions, maybe you're not seeing the best outcomes that you could possibly see. And so starting fresh can actually change that. And remember, this allows you to rethink, redesign, and rebuild all the things that you want to be able to accomplish in this next skill. Some of the hardest endings can lead to some of the most beautiful beginnings. And that's what I want you to think about. Don't worry about the things that you didn't accomplish in your previous run. Think about the things that you can do now because of all the things that you've been able to learn before. So how do you take your first steps in this new journey? Well, you may be eager to just start going full speed ahead. And it's understandable to be able to want to do that. I mean, depending on what you did, you may be coming off a real big high, and so you think, I'm going to jump into this new project and I'm just going to go for it, like no matter what. But you got to be careful with that because you can overwhelm yourself really quickly. And so during this time, what I want you to make sure you're doing is just you're taking small, manageable steps along the way. Don't feel like you have to push yourself because when you're doing this, you're planting your feet firmly on the ground so that you can really grasp what you need to accomplish. And when you do this, you're going to build a much stronger foundation. And let's be honest, building a strong foundation is key to the success of whatever you're going to accomplish. That's the thing that makes you build on anything that you want to be able to do. And by building a very strong foundation, then when you're ready to take those big leaps, you're going to be able to do so much easier. Next, I want you to use your past challenges as proof that you can overcome obstacles. Remember, you eat tough for breakfast. You probably eat eggs for breakfast. But again, that's the point. You can overcome these things. Those areas that you were able to overcome that may have been tough before, again, get easier along the way. And that's what I want you to remember, is that no matter how tough it may get or may seem like it's going to get, you can overcome those things. And then finally, I want you to surround yourself with stories about people that have started over and been successful. One of the great things about it is that a quick Google search will allow you to find so many different people that have started over fresh and had to overcome new obstacles. And that's what I want you to do, is be able to learn from the people around you. Even if it's not somebody you know, those stories can really give you insights into what they had to overcome. And at the end of the day, being able to build off of somebody else's successes can really help you out in the end as well. Don't think about having to do this on your own. Be able to look at the things that other people maybe were able to accomplish or maybe kind of went through so that you can kind of learn from it. Now, it may not be a 1-for-1 ratio on what you see there. Just because it didn't work out for them doesn't mean it's not going to work out for you. And we're on all different paths as well. And so just because things aren't doing the same thing for them, don't worry about it. Remember, don't compare yourself to others. Use those experiences to help build you up. And finally, it's about building a strong foundation. Remember, these past experiences that you have had are going to lead to your successes in the future, no matter what it is. You just have to remember to apply the things that you've learned in previous roles to build that strong foundation. And again, the more experiences you've had, because the more times you've started over, the stronger their foundation potentially could be. Jumping around may be good, because I don't feel like everybody really understands what they want to do when you're like 18 to 20 years old, probably in your 20s even. You may be thinking about this career and this is what you have to do, but at the end of the day, it's not the same. All society teaches us right now is that it's school, then you go to college, and then you get a job. And I don't know if that's the best path for anybody anymore. And so starting fresh in different experiences can allow you to sample things a little bit more. See what you're able to accomplish, see what you're able to learn from it, see what excites you. You may find yourself in a position that you didn't realize was exciting to you. Thanks for watching today. If you're starting out fresh right now, it's exciting. I'm excited for you. I want you to be able to be the most successful person that you could potentially be in this new venture. Don't worry about the things that are unknown right now. There are a lot of unknown things. You're not sure what's going to happen, but that's the exciting piece about it. Don't worry about it though too much. Just make sure that you're putting into place some good, strong foundations and that you're applying the learnings that you learned throughout the previous careers that you've had. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you will see success in some form. Again, you may not be the most successful in this area, but you will find success. And that's what you have to remember. Those small wins should be enough to continue to motivate you to your future successes. So keep pushing at it. If you haven't had a chance, please make sure you check out a couple of my videos I've got posted. Again, elevating yourself to the next level starts with just a single step. Take your step today. We'll see you next time.